Right. All right, let's go. Oh man, I'm tired. And it's already 9 o'clock. It was much later getting started than I wanted to. However, this session should be pretty short. All I want to do is start a local build. That's a good start. We're going to go to the blog page. And here we have a placeholder image while I wait on some website assets. I've got some filters here, and clicking on the filter should filter this. Okay, yeah, so there's a couple of things that need to happen. This is faster in production. It's just in a dev build that's a bit slow. I want to do a couple of things here. Number one is I don't want the page to scroll to the top whenever this query param changes. So let's do that first. That should be a nice simple change. There is something that you add. There we go. So we're going to go into the blog page. Here's our tags, and onChange is going to handle on tag change. Those tag toggles. Ooh, it's a toggle group actually. Ooh. Where's that push coming from? Push is coming from use router, which is from next, so that fills me with confidence. There's no scroll. Oh man, this has been at capacity all day. God damn. Why is my free tool not available? Next router, push, scroll. Router.push, I've got the path name, I pass the query, path name, query, undefined. And an options object, scroll false. That does not look correct. The fact that TypeScript's not helping me out here does not fill me with confidence here. So we're in the router dot push. Oh. You can check them here. A scroll false, and that will prevent it going to the top of the page. I need to somehow, let's take a look at the push function. So we pass a URL, and an options, and options can be transition options. There's scroll there. So I just don't think I need this anymore. URL object. Hold on. Passing the path name, passing a query object. There's the function. There's the push. What? URL of the root as, and then option. Ah, it's because I'm passing that as a single object. That's why. Idiot. So that is my first object. I'm not passing anything here. And here's where I pass my scroll. Cool. So when I go back and I scroll the page down, if I take this off, and if I click on this, oh, it's the, what? It lied to me. Oh no, it didn't. It shifted it up, but it's because there's only one result returned there. Let's see, if I have this, and then let's see, what's this? I need 6 there. There we go. Okay. So that works. I'm quite happy with that. Let me just commit that. So it prevents scroll on tag press. All right, next thing I want to do is I don't want these to be here by default. So I'm kind of winging the design here. But I know Radix has a Collapsible. Nice. I'm going to pitch to rename it to Collapsible. I think I want something like this, where I think I'm going to have some sort of title here, a little filter button, and then I can add a subscribe. Oh, one sec. Sorry about that. Right, I want some sort of title here, and I want a button, and when I click that button, I want the collapsible to trigger. So here we have the aspect ratio, which is the blog image, and then we have this box. Let's remove this visually hidden H2 for a second, and we'll get filters. And let's call this articles. And then next to this, I'm probably going to create another box. So we'll create a box, and that box will have a direction of vertical, so it will be a flex column. That's utter nonsense. I actually want it to be a row, so if I don't give a direction, then it'll default to row. And I want to put styled icon link. Do I have an icon button? Let's have a look. Styled button. Styled icon button, which is just going to be a generic one. Let's start with that and see if we actually need to create a new component. Why can't I find that? Oh, it's because I don't export it. That's probably why. So let's grab that, and then inside this icon button, we're going to do a visually hidden root. Let's see. We're going to need some stay here, so we'll just grab this just now and follow the demo. Kind of jumping around here, but it's because I'm tired. Let's use state. This filter's open. Do set this filter's open. Just need to import the use state. So we've got our state, and then we have this demo where we have a collapsible root. So this will be the initial content, I'm guessing. What we got? So we've got Radix UI colors, which is this, and Radix React. So that's this. So this is always shown. And then collapsible trigger. Yeah. Okay. Visually hidden. Let's just get rid of this for just now. And this is where we want to work. So this button will be, well actually, first thing we're going to need to do before anything is install it. So yarn add Radix collapsible. Oh shit, what's going on with my camera? Cool, so that's installed now, and we'll just run a local build. And then what are we importing as collapsible? Okay, so now let's start with the button. So we have a collapsible trigger, and we're going to pass the as child prop because we're going to pass our own custom child as the button. We're going to pass our own styled icon button, and then that has a hidden label of filters, and then we're going to go to Radix icons and see if they have a filter. Alright, let's get creative with filters. What do they use actually? Maybe. What's a good like filter icon? drop down menu. There's got to be something in here, right? Activity log. It's more like text alignment. I'm just going to use this because the demo is using it, but I'm going to change it later. Row spacing icon. Let's do a width. Excuse me, sorry about that. With the 24, height of 24. All right, excellent. So a collapsible trigger must be within a collapsible root. So we probably want, well, it needs to encompass this tags toggle and probably the divider as well. So we'll say it goes between there and what here. So we'll say, let's make this a collapsible root. Excellent. And then inside this box, I'm just going to say align items into the root. I thought that would work. Oh, it's because I missed the capitalization there. And if I had set that to be typed correctly, that would have told me off. I really regret not spending more time in the beginning setting that up. Oh well. Let's just add a small gap. So here we have this. We have the text title, we have the collapsible trigger, and then I'm actually just going to add something. No, I'll add it in after. I keep getting distracted. Okay, so we have a collapsible button that does absolutely hee-haw at the moment. The icon button has got two buttons. We have a collapsible trigger, collapsible root, and that is what controls the state. So this is the controlled element. So we're going to say is open if the filters are open, and then on open change, set this filter's open. Okay, and then what have we got here? Collapsible trigger, collapsible root, repository, which I'm guessing is the initial content, and then the collapsible content which will follow. What is repository? That's just a style div. I think this might be a repository. And then I want to do collapsible content. I think if we put this here, we should have this. So we don't see the filters at the moment. There we go. Love it. Okay, so one thing I'm going to add is title to the button. So we'll just say title filter. And let's add a divider. So we have a box here. I wonder if I can actually just add another divider here. What if I add one here? So we have all the articles. I've got 10, 10, 10. It's actually more like 20. Tags toggle. What is that? Tags toggle returns a toggle group root. Wonder if I can just do padding. Actually, can I add spacing here? Just to keep it. Yep, nice. Spacing vertical. And I'll use my spacing token of 10. There we go. And now, what do I want to do now? Now I've got it showing and hiding. I've got appropriate spacing between these. I'm pretty happy with that. So that's 10. And then that, what is that? That must be 20 as well, yeah. Okay, just gonna quickly commit that. Crazy how easy that was with the Radix component, right? Okay, well, we're here. We might as well. We have a box here. I'm going to add a blog subscribe link, which will be my RSS feed, which I have not set up yet. I'm going to say the type is, I want the button variation. Ooh. Is it variant? Oh. Maybe it is type. There we go. I mean, the colors are off, but that's fine. Can I do, why do I just do margin left? Auto. There we go. Nice. So I've got a subscription, I've got articles. I can now filter by them and they don't scroll up to the top of the page. Alright, let's find the right icon for this. File. I don't see anything. audio based. Yeah. Maybe an arrow. Maybe the drop down menu. It's just a fat drop down menu. Got the filters here, and let's do something similar to the demo where we'll say, is the filters open, and if it is open, then show, say, cross to icon. Let's just grab the same width and height. Otherwise, show the spacing icon. Instead of this spacing icon, oh shit, what did I decide on? Drop down menu? Drop down menu. So at least that kind of looks like what it's exposing, right? The alternative is I just remove, I don't do it by icon, and just call it filter. I think that's fine for now. I can always come back to that, but I'm just glad the base functionality is now in. Could add, I was thinking about if I clicked this and made this active, if this updated this title to say productivity articles. But then we'll get some layout shift, and I can't really be arsed with that because then that would move the button, and that could be annoying. And it should read top to bottom, so we're in articles, the productivity one is highlighted. And I'm pretty sure this is using, is there a data state here? Role area checked, yeah. This is a toggle component. So this, at least for screen readers, it will say articles is the header. It'll say which of these is currently activated, and then it will give a list of the articles. One thing I want to do while I'm looking at this, I'm going to do theming another day, but I'm going to spend a grand total of 2 minutes on this. Let's just get rid of what we're not using here. Let's move that up, because I'm weird like that. Right. Let's try and keep all the Radix stuff together as well. Alright, one quick thing I want to try and do is I'm going to look at the tag toggle. I've not implemented the color variant yet, I don't think. Nah, I don't think so. It's fine. I'll just add it as CSS. I'm going to say color foreground. Nice, that just brings everything up a little bit. Ah, it's because I added opacity. That's why. Okay, I don't want to... Can I add... Oh, how am I going to do that? Because the color's a variable there. So I'd need to create a variant for each color and then make it opaque. Oh, I'm gonna keep that as opaque for just now. It's not ideal, but meh. If you put yeah, I'm just gonna leave that for just now. At least you can see at the moment there is at least something there that can be remedied later on. Because I'm too tired to fix that just now. Okay, what's left? I need to write descriptions for each of the articles. I won't make you watch me do that. I'm going to, one thing I actually need to add in here. Oh, should I? If I was a user and I come onto this page and let's see, so I come on and nothing is active. I think, well, this would be closed to begin with. I'm like, oh shit, filters. And then I click productivity. And when it finally loads, I don't think I clicked it. There we go. If it loaded, then I close this. What would I expect to happen? Would I expect the filters to reset? Do I add another button if one's selected here? Or do I just clear filters on close? I think I'm just going to clear on close. I think that's just the simplest implementation here. So is filters open is determined by the state, and on open change, I'm going to handle filter. I'm just going to create a function here. I can use callbacks and things later on when it comes to testing performance, but for now I'll just leave it as a function. So I want to do two things here. I want to, first off, I want to set is filters open. I'm guessing this is going to give me Boolean. On open change function Boolean. So let's pass open. Let me save that just to make sure that's working as expected. Okay, so here we have some filters opening and closing as before, so I got distracted. And we also want to check if it is open. And we'll need to do that before, I mean this is asynchronous, so to prevent a race condition we're going to have to do this first, which is a shame because we kind of ideally would close it first. But this prevents a race condition. So we're just checking at this point, is it open? And if it is open, should we be more explicit? If it is currently open and we are passing through close, then push path name can I just push that? There's got to be a nicer way to write that. Prettier is having a laugh. There we go. Which is probably the same for this. Sorry, I can't imagine this is very entertaining to watch, but don't need that. It's annoying that Prettier isn't smart enough to minify as well. There we go. I mean, close. So just push the path name, which should get rid of the query, undefined, and scroll false again. And then set the filter. So if I now do this, let's see what happens. I think that was the wrong way around there. Let's start fresh. There's nothing here. I'm going to click this. Nothing should happen. I'm going to click React. I should update the tag of React. If I now close this, I should close the articles and remove that. That's a bit janky. If I click ally, maybe I should put it on two separate buttons. Just gonna put that back. I'm just going to get rid of that because it looked garbage. I would rather, it's going to be easy enough to work out if I close this. Wonder if on the tag, where are we? So we've got the card here. Where is it? Yeah, so we've got a blog card. And on the blog card, we've got some post tags. And our post tag should be a style tag. I think I actually want to do text transform uppercase here. Oh. There we go. And how could I check if I've got the query? Ah, here we go, I've got an active. Oh, nice. Variance, notion tag, if it's active. If the query tag equals the tag's name, let's just take a look at the tags. This will be a casing error or something like that. So we've got an object here. The tag name is technology with a capital T, but you can see our query here is tech lowercase. So if query.tag equals tag.name to lowercase, and just to be sure, is that not a string? Oh, that can be an array of strings. Can I do that? I thought that would let me. That's a bit muddy, but what are you gonna do? So if I remove this parameter, the goggles do nothing. Active, and if active is true, opacity is 1, font size 72. So if I remove this, there we go. Technology's back to normal. Interesting. If I activate it, you can see the font size has been applied. Interestingly, it doesn't increase the font size of this. So the active variant has been applied there. I think it's because where are we? The front matter. Style tag. Color is foreground. What if I just made that red? Yeah, so color is not being applied. And that's because we have the tag here, but then we have the text here. I'm actually just going to flip that. I'm going to grab the color of foreground. And then I'm just going to apply it here. There we go. I could set it so this only lights up when technology is selected, but it's filtered anyway. So the filtered results will always show all of them with technology. Although if they had multiple tags, maybe this. Yeah, there we go. So if it's active, it shows like that. Yeah, that's quite nice actually. I don't mind that. And then if you remove this, at least there's some way to determine what the active tag is. It's not great, but for a first pass, it will do. Okay. What time are we at? 46. It's not bad. I am definitely too tired to set up this RSS feed. Let's take a look through. I've got this basic homepage, which is a short and long. I was tempted to add a connect section here, which is basically like, I don't know, follow on Twitter, subscribe to RSS, and subscribe to YouTube. Maybe that would be easy enough to implement. Could maybe squeeze that in. I have an about section, which is my CV. I've not decided what I'm going to do with this heinous block of black at the moment. I've got print working. I could probably fix those colours. I'm not really in the mood to do that just now because I'm going to style the whole application in one session, so I don't really want to mess about with colours too much now and then change it all. I still need to choose fonts and things, so I'll do that in a separate session. This is coming together. I put testimonials in, which fills that sidebar nicely, and it's almost at the same level now, which is quite nice. I converted these into date times just to be a little bit more semantically correct. These are block quotes. There is a download option here. I need to investigate this because previously what I did was I just hit print and then saved it as a PDF, grabbed the download, saved it in the in the public assets, and then used that to download it in the static asset, and then use that for the download. The problem with that is anytime I make a change on this, I need to remember to download a fresh version and upload it into the static assets. It would be nice if there was a way to do that. If there was a way that if I hit this, it would automatically save the page as a PDF with print styles. And a great way of learning to do that would be fucking ChatGPT, but it's been offline all day. Ugh, which is really sad. Let's try. Let's see what a simple Google search brings up. Google is so last Monday. How can I save a web page as PDF? On button click. Save page as PDF. Ooh, Quora. That's nice. Old school. Without getting into installing extra software. Nope. Nope. Okay. Generate PDF, a new ActiveX object. Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of that. JSPDF.js. I was kind of hoping I could do it myself. Browser plugin or Acrobat. H2 HTML to PDF. Converts any web page into a printable PDF entirely client-side using Canvas and JSPDF. There have been several issues reported. You may wish to remain on 0.9.3. Okay, so there's been a couple of releases relatively recently. Maybe we grab this. I'm keen to see how many downloads are we talking. Yeah. 384 issues. And it's on version 09. Nah, I think I'll just stick to my old method. I really want to just try and keep this as lean as possible. These are all working. This is fine. I think I'm happy with the tags. I mean, apart from the colors being wildly out of place, that's actually not terrible. And same with the print styles. Everything fits onto 2 pages. I've truncated the testimonials to make sure it still fits on 2 pages. All the data's there. Yeah, this page is almost complete apart from this. I don't know if I'm going to put a graphic here or something. The only reason I have this big block here is because it's consistent with this. You'll see that there's no layout shift here, and then if I shift to this, then there's actually no layout shift here either. So they all use the same hero in the same position, and it feels smooth to drift between them. The only one that isn't consistent is if I go into an actual article, because I've added a link here. I've toyed with just shifting everything down. I wonder how that would look actually. So in total that's 61. So, hello.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, so that's 60. So let's go into the streaming page. Here we have a box. We already have spacing top applied here, which is interesting. So we already have 28 there. If we made that 10, then that would be 40. All we would need is a space 5 above it. Of interest, if I did margin top 5. That's not going to work. That's nonsense, Sandra. I'm going to need to do a CSS object here. If I did a margin top of 5, that should give me 60 because I've got 40 from the space 10 and then 20 from the space 5. So we're going to do a really scientific test here. Windows-M. I wonder if this ruler actually shows. I wonder if you can see that on Streamlabs. You cannot. Yeah. Oh well. So that was there. There we go. That would keep it. Guessing that has 7 as well. I wonder what possessed me to put 7 there. So we'll make that 10. And then CSS. Margin top 5. And then do the same on the blog. Again, a little bit hacky, but it's a personal website, so I'm just looking to move forward, to be honest. I can always fix it up as I go along later. Spacing top, 10, and then CSS 5. So now, if I get rid of this, that actually doesn't look terrible. And then, what have we got? very scientific. So we're on blog, gonna swap to streaming. It's difficult to see. That's actually a little bit out. Why is that? That's because I've put margin top of 5 pixels instead of spacing of 5. Did I do the same thing on the streaming page? No, that's correct. And blog's correct. Streaming's correct. Yeah, I did the same thing on the CD page as well. There we go. See? That's why we do these scientific methods of putting a ruler on the screen to make sure they're at the same height. Nice. Okay. Well, remove layout shift and page change. It's a minor bug, but it's been majorly annoying me. What else did I notice? On the front matter. Let's open up the front matter component. Post tags, here we have a publish date. We have this as a date time object. Date is not assignable to type string. Date object is date. We'll just do ISO string. It should be fine there. And then if we check this, we've got a time with the date time on it. That's cool. I don't think you would add that. Because it's not in 18 minutes time, it's just saying it will take 18 minutes to read this, so that's fine. My share functionality is working. I actually find this a bit too big. Where are we? Just going to close all these. So the size is large on this emoji, and I made this 72. What if I made it 64? Yeah, I think I prefer that. Just a little bit easier on the eye. Let me get my magical ruler out. Yeah, that's quite a nice spot actually. Okay, the problem is that this is now not center aligned between these two. And the reason is because I've used magic numbers, which is always fun. So this emoji has a line height of 1 and a height of 64. So if we change this to 32 instead of 36, there we go, should now be center aligned. Yeah, definitely prefer that. That's slightly smaller than this, but it doesn't actually look it. That's actually 72, I think. Yes. The subscription's working. The colors are awful. The theming is working. The colors are awful. tweet functionality should be, that's one thing. One more in 1 hour. Right, I know what I'm going to add in. So, not so much of a deal here, but if I tap this on mobile, I want it to open in the Twitter app instead of opening the Twitter browser. And I do that by deep linking. So I think if you do, I can't remember how you prefix it, but it's something like that. That should still, oh, it didn't actually take me there. I'm curious. How to open link Twitter app. Oh, God damn it. Deep linking. It's not always reliable. Oh, you have to find a website. But it was close. That was close. The reason I'm doing it here is because obviously it can't open in the Twitter app here. So if this should just go to Twitter's site, but it's not. It's going to Google or Brave. Let's look in data here. I've got social. Where are we? Education, employment, social. So here we have this Twitter link. And instead of this, what if I did this? Is that just going to do the same thing? Certainly didn't like it. What did I try and open there? Twitter. Twitter? Yeah. Twitter. Go. Yeah, it's just doing the same thing. I'm now at the point where I've hit a bunch of things that I'd like to do to finish. I can't work out how to do. Number one is on this YouTube page. I want to return my liked videos. And I'm using a Google service account to authenticate and retrieve my playlists, but these are public. And the liked videos is private. And I don't know how to authenticate or how to enable my service account to retrieve my personal videos. So that's one thing I need to do. The second thing I need to do is I need to set up an RSS feed, but I'm too tired for that. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Then I need to style the application, and finally I'm going to add some animations, and then I'm done. But one thing I wanted to add was that deep linking, but I think I'm going to wait for ChatGPT to be back up so I can ask it a couple of questions. And in the meantime, I want to add some functionality to my link. So here I have my link component that all my links are using, so navigation, icon links, buttons, so on and so forth. I want to do one of two things. I either want to pass an external prop, which is a bit crass, but if external's passed, then I want to pass target blank and rel no open or no referrer, and have it open in a new tab. So internal links stay on the same tab, external links go off. And I could do that by passing a boolean here. But what I want to try is we have an internal link and we have an external link. An internal link, I think, will start with this. I think all internal links will start relatively, whereas external links will start with this. So this href can be a string or a URL object. Const is internal. Calculate if internal. And then let's just create a function here. Calculate if internal. Terrible naming. We can come back to that. And I'm going to pass the href. In fact, I don't need to pass the href in here because it will be in scope from here. It's a lexical scope, is what we call that. If href, if type of href is a string, then return string dot href dot char 0 equals slash. If type of href URL object. Can I do that? Interesting. So it's saying that it can be an href or a URL object. So let's look at this. How could I get into the props there? Link props. URL object comes from URL. That's weird, it didn't autocomplete there. Unexpected token in the bagging area. Oh, okay. I can't do that because types are stripped at build. What's type of A? Yeah, it is object. I can't specifically type for check for a URL object because types are stripped at build, but I could just say is it an object. I just want to have a quick look at URL object. URL object is an object with all of these properties on it. So where are we? Path name. Cart 0. Is this optional? Yeah, that is optional. Cart 0 equals this. So we'll calculate if it's internal. And if it is, target if it's internal, or actually if it's not internal, pass target blank, otherwise target self. What is the default target? Target self, yeah, by default. And rel, the relationship of the linked URL is space separated. Nice. I didn't know that existed. Rel equals external. I think you want to add, was it no opener, no referrer? I don't even know if this is still a thing. You may be misunderstanding the vulnerability. I mean, let's do that. So if it's not internal, send that. Otherwise, oh man, there's loads. Oh, it's got a bin next to it, deprecated. Help first. I didn't know all these existed. Anyway, let's just return an empty string. So now if that's worked, oh, did I? No, I didn't, thank goodness. Right. I thought I'd committed that. So if that had worked, then this should take me to about in the same window. But then if I clicked something like Twitter, it opens up in a new tab. Cool. That's quite nice actually. So internal links. Oh, why have I never noticed that radial gradient before? Look into that. But yeah, these are all working nicely. Oh well, this is because I'm looking at prod currently. I thought that was a bit fast. It's because it's generating a build for all the markdown files at the minute. So we're on blog here, and if we go into here, then we're all good. That's one bug that I'll fix at the moment, but I just want to check this is working. All of these are fine. This should return me back. Oh man, why is it so slow? And then if I click on LinkedIn, it's going to open in a fresh tab. Nice. Blog post, link. Can we tidy this up? Why don't we just do, we can just make this nice and simple. If it's an object, it's the path name, otherwise it's the href. And then we don't need this. Then we can just return is URL and is link internal. I'll do for now. Layout. Oh yeah, they just fixed a little layout error. It was reducing the size of that, so we'll just commit that. That's small aesthetic fixes. And then we'll just commit this. So we don't need that. Alright, that fixes that, which is handy. I'm gonna go to the button here because if I go into a long article here, I come all the way down, I've added a scroll to top button. Oh, that's actually working. Ah, it was the share button, that's what it is. The color of the text is wrong on the share button. Which is a styled icon button. There's this one. Button title share. Which is the button, which is a styled button. Color should inherit, you know, it's fine. Host provider. Can I just do... Oh no, I don't want this. I want this. Style toast root. This is what I want. Now interestingly, box shadows there, background colours there, so I must just need to add colour. Just foreground. Excellent. Love it when that doesn't work. Toast.description. Second lightly. Stack on a CSS property. Doesn't look like it. Does this solve my issue? That's interesting. I think it's because the page, because foreground is actually white there. Oh, idiot. The background color here, I'm gonna flip it around, so I'm actually gonna say the background is foreground. Actually, yeah, just to illustrate the point, I'll say the color. It's background. And if I click this, there we go. So at least the message is there. The styling of that's horrible, but at least we can now read it, which is good. I've also lost the ability to type. One last thing. I'm gonna go to the blog. One thing I noticed was on mobile, I think. One of these had a layout shift. I need it to split onto 3. There we go. Interesting. Maybe I fixed that. I was sure there was some layout shift there. I'll take it. Maybe on iPad. I actually like this entire site best on iPad. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, but you won't get it on 3 lines there. There's 3. No, seems to have been fixed along the way. Unless I can find anything else major, I'm just going to call it early because I'm absolutely knackered. That's working. I've added the filters. Is there anything in this page? These are all working. Scroll to top's working. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. This isn't a good place. And then tomorrow I'm going to tackle the issues I mentioned earlier. Blog RSS feed. Liked videos showing up on the YouTube page. Styling the page. Adding animations. Job's good. Ship it. I've got nothing left to commit So I'm just going to make sure that this builds, and if it does, then I'm off. That was reasonably productive, I suppose. Nice. I'll just push that up. Go. So, oh no, I did not want to do that. To quickly recap before I head off, this session focused on initially adding collapsible filters to the blog page. So we can click that, filter a page, and then we can close the filters. We also added an external check on the links. So if we click on an external link, like this one to LinkedIn, it will open on a new tab. Whereas if we click an internal link, it will take us to here. And then some other minor fix-ups that I'm too tired to remember what I fixed. One of them was the share to the clipboard button, where we actually fixed the text. But we'll do some fun things when I'm more awake, probably tomorrow evening. But until then, catch you next time.